All right, welcome. Today we are jumping into a really cool mystery from the beautiful hills of Piemonte, Italy. We're going to be talking about a grape called Dolcetto, and trust me, its name comes with a fantastic twist.
So let's get right to it. The whole paradox of Dolcetto is baked right into its name. In Italian, Dolcetto literally means little sweet one. So how on earth did a grape with a name like that end up making these famously dry, delicious red wines? It just doesn't add up, right?
And that very question brings us to our first section. It's time to play detective and solve this intriguing little naming puzzle once and for all. Okay, so here's the secret. The name has absolutely nothing to do with how sweet the wine tastes in your glass. The sweetness is all about the grape itself. One theory is that if you were to just pluck a Dolcetto grape off the vine and eat it, it would be noticeably sweet. But the more likely reason, it's talking about the wine's texture. You see, its tannins, that's the stuff that gives wine that grippy, sometimes drying feeling in your mouth, are way softer, almost sweeter feeling than its intense neighbor, Nebbiolo. So the name is a clue about the grape, not the wine.
So, now that we've cleared up that whole name confusion, let's get to know the real Dolcetto. It often gets overshadowed by its famous siblings, Barolo and Barbaresco, but honestly, Dolcetto is the friendly, everyday hero of Italy's renowned Piemonte region.
So what's it actually like? Well, picture this. It's bursting with bright, fresh fruit. We're talking vibrant cherry, blackberry, maybe some raspberry. And all that fruit is perfectly balanced by this refreshing acidity. You know, that mouth-watering quality that keeps you coming back for another sip? And really smooth, gentle tannins. Then it often wraps up with this classic, signature hint of bitter almond on the finish. It is just so easy to love.
And this is where it gets really interesting, seeing it side by side with its famous neighbor, Nebbiolo. Think of it this way. Nebbiolo makes those powerful, structured Barolos that you might need to tuck away in a cellar for years. Dolcetto? It's the complete opposite. It's your friendly, ready-to-go wine that you can pop open on a Tuesday night. No waiting required.
Okay, let's take a quick trip to its homeland. We're going to see how the very ground it grows in, what the wine world calls its terroir, shapes this one grape into so many wonderfully different styles of wine. And this just shows you how much location really matters. Take Dogliani, for example. It's basically the capital of Dolcetto, and the wines from there are powerful and full-bodied. But then you head over to Alba, and suddenly they're more elegant and spicy. Go to Asti, and they become lighter, fresher, more floral. It's the same grape, but the land completely changes its personality.
And just when you think you have it figured out, you realize that beyond geography, Dolcetto's amazing versatility lets winemakers craft it into all these different and exciting styles. It has a few more tricks up its sleeve.
Now, most of the Dolcetto you'll find is made to be drunk young and fresh, just bursting with all that fruit we talked about. But some producers are experimenting. They're giving it just a little bit of time in an oak barrel. This doesn't overpower it, it just adds this whole other layer of complexity, maybe some spice notes, and makes it feel even smoother. It really shows a more serious side to the grape.
And get this, the journey does not stop there. It's pretty rare, but for the truly adventurous out there, you can even find winemakers making sparkling Dolcetto and even sweet dessert-style versions. I mean, that just proves what an incredibly adaptable and versatile grape this really is. So why does all this matter to you? Well, it's simple. That perfect balance of fruit, acidity, and soft tannins makes Dolcetto one of the absolute best, most food-friendly wines you can possibly put on your dinner table. It's a perfect dinner guest.
I mean, it's a no-brainer with the food from its home region. The wine's acidity is just perfect for cutting through the richness of a meat-filled pasta or a hearty braised beef. And its fruitiness? It's just amazing next to local salumi and cheeses. It's a classic pairing for a very good reason.
But here's the best part. You do not need to be cooking up some complex Piemontese feast to enjoy it. Dolcetto is absolutely fantastic with your everyday favorites. Seriously, it's a perfect wine for pizza night, a simple roast chicken, or a classic lasagna. It just makes simple food better without stealing the show.
So what's next for this fantastic little underdog grape? Where is it headed? Is it ready to go from being a local hero to a global star? Well, Piemonte is definitely still its heartland. I mean, a full 90% of all Dolcetto is grown there. But look at that other 10%. Pioneering producers are having some amazing success with it in new places. Talented winemakers in California, Oregon, and even Australia are proving this grape can feel right at home outside of Italy. And the word is getting out. Among people who really know their stuff, the consensus is clear. Thanks to its approachable style and that incredible versatility we've been talking about, Dolcetto's journey from a beloved local secret to a globally recognized gem is definitely underway.
So if you take one thing away from all this, let it be this. Never, ever judge a wine by its name. Dolcetto is the ultimate proof that looks, or in this case names, can be deceiving. And it shows that the best rewards often come when you get just a little bit curious.
See, when you seek out a wine like Dolcetto, you're not just finding a great bottle. You're discovering a story, a place, and maybe even a new favorite. And that leaves us with one final thought. Now that you're in on this little secret, it kind of makes you wonder, what other hidden gems are out there just waiting to be discovered?